Welcome back. This is still Diplomatic License on your station of choice, of course, City TV. My name is Apioko. Now, if you're just joining us, today we're speaking to Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna, who is, of course, the ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. She's done just about 5 years here in Ghana. She's leaving us, very sadly. She doesn't want to go. It's not like she wants to leave. She doesn't. But life is all about change, duty calls in other places. And we're speaking to her today just to sort of do a recap of all the wonderful things that she's been able to do here in Ghana under her leadership, the things that Brazil and Ghana have achieved together. And so, speaking to our very first guest that we had on Diplomatic License ever, Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna. How are you, Your Excellency?
I'm very fine. Yes. A bit sad to be here for this interview. Yes. But as you said, life goes on. We have to move on.
Absolutely. And I was telling our viewers that you're the very first guest that we had on this show.
I'm very honored.
Yes. We are honored. And your hospitality, the beauty, the light, the positivity that you exude, all that opens so many doors for us, and full circle, we're here.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about Ghana and your stay here. You came sometime in 2017, and I imagine that when you came, you had an idea of things that you wanted to achieve, things that you wanted to do. What has the journey been like?
It has been fine. I did some of the things I wished to go, but we also had COVID.
Yeah.
Which has hit not so much Ghana, but hit very badly Brazil. So we have those lockdowns, this impossibility of flying and going and this and there. So I shall say that I've lost at least 2 years in this, and even some more, because things they don't catch up very quickly.
We're now bouncing back.
No. You cannot reconstruct your routine fastly. And I know COVID is gone. No. So, but I did what I did. I think some things I did what I did. Brazil and Ghana did together were very nice. We had the opportunity of having this Olodum, in Brazil, in Ghana. So this was a very strong proof and a very strong renewal of our ancestry. No common ancestry, and so the other things we could finish this more food for Africa project. Yeah. Remember I told you about this, and they are coming.
They're now coming. All your babies are now coming, and you're leaving.
Many things we wanted to sign, many agreements that we couldn't sign, that were lost, and heads of departments changed here, changed there. Those. Yes. It was really, I don't know. It changed a lot. COVID
of course.
Changed not only this small space of our relationships, or bureaucratic, because our relationship has an enormous space that is with this iconic Atlantic Ocean. But it was, as I say to you, many things I couldn't do because I didn't have time.
Yes.
And now they are coming.
And now they're coming, and now you have to go. Yes. So I've met Louisa, and I'm very sure at some point I'll get to introduce our viewers to Louisa.
Yes.
She is the deputy charge d'affaires.
She's a counselor, and she came to be my charge d'affaires.
I just want them to see you.
It's beautiful.
And she's my spirit animal with the colored hair. And you just look how beautiful she is.
Brazilian diplomat. She came to be my charge d'affaires.
Yes.
Till the new ambassador comes.
Of course. And I'm sure we'll get to speak to you at some point as well.
I'll be here for you.
Thank you, thank you. So, Your Excellency, I can feel the pain, maybe even disappointment in your voice as you speak about the things that you'd have liked to do, but circumstances beyond our control have not allowed you to do that. But there are some things that you've done,
yes,
and they've been successes.
Yes.
Let's celebrate those successes. What are some of the things you want to talk about?
Celebrate the successes and leaving for Luisa the possibility of also doing successful things, and this is what counts.
Yes.
No, Brazilian enterprises are still here and building things, and I mean, we had this. Our trade. This is something very curious about this COVID period. Our trade increased. Our mutual trade.
How?
I don't know. This is I'm trying to explain. I don't know because it's difficult to go, and I couldn't have any. I mean, boost these relations, but our trades grew.
That's very
grew
interesting. Very interesting.
In this period, yes, it's a sign that. That is the mutual interest, no? In all the aspects of.
And I suppose it also shows that, I mean, COVID came, and so there are lots of spaces trade-wise that
yes,
we didn't have access
yes,
to.
Yes.
And things that we needed. And so you tend to go where you can find the things you need,
You're
things
right.
you know. And so that just cements
yes,
what we know already, that we have so much in common, Ghana and Brazil.
And this is something that beneficial that COVID did, because now we are more aware of the things Ghana has to offer us, and vice versa. So I'm waiting for. I'm expecting more than waiting for more results and more interactions in this plan of commercial, not only commercial, but also investment, because we try to convince Brazilians to invest in Ghana.
Absolutely.
Ghana is an investable country. So we had this mission, big mission, more 30 persons, I think.
Oh, that's big.
Yes.
And
And
this was specifically for trade, investment.
For trade and investment. And many things were combined with them by that time. So this was some time ago, and I know old not. I mean forgotten. Let's say like that. Memos of understanding and things like that are being are coming to the
surface.
So I think that is. Relations are fine. Well, I wish I could do more and more, bring all the Brazilian enterprises to invest here, because this country merits it. But
I know. But at least we're seeing a lot of Brazilian involvement in construction in Ghana. Of course, in agriculture as well, cocoa. That's been a big conversation.
Yes.
I know we've spoken a little bit about plantain as well, rice. Up north, you go to Buipe, lots of Brazilian engagement.
These products, the exchanges between Ghana and Brazil raised by COVID time.
So, how is this? You know, we need to study this, do some research, and really see what happened, because most people, I mean, they just cut off everybody else and focused within, but Ghana and Brazil were trading, and it increased during COVID.
It's not how to say it, fiscal. I mean, it's not only the exchange rate. No, the volume of imports.
So there was real impact.
Yes,
there was real impact. That's very interesting.
Interesting, isn't it?
Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's talk about where you're going. I know. Are you going to another mission? What's the plan?
Now I'm going to work in the Diplomatic Academy.
Okay.
In principle, I was told that I would be the General Coordinator of Studies.
That's
Now,
a big deal.
Yes. Now they are raising me. Maybe I'll be the Deputy Director General of it. I don't
That's
know.
amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very interested
Yeah.
in that because I've been a teacher myself for many years in my life, and I like this interaction with students.
Yes. And you've done diplomacy now for how many years?
42.
I remember it was about 40 years the last time we sat down for an
42
interview.
now.
42 years. That's a long time.
Isn't it?
And I'm not surprised that they would ask you, with all your experience, both as a teacher and as a diplomat, to come back and groom young diplomats. That's fascinating. Congratulations.
I hope I can have a contribution to give.
Yeah.
For the moment, I am a very good friend of the Ghanaian ambassador in Brasilia,
Wonderful.
Madam Professor, Dr.
Yes.
Abena Busia.
Yes.
And
Her name precedes her as well.
yeah. And with Abena, we are already thinking what things our diplomatic, as I told you, academy can do in terms of strengthening
Yes.
relations.
So bringing some Ghanaians to
with the
Brazil,
ministry, yes,
Brazilians coming here to
yes,
Ghana,
yes.
exchanging. Because we, of course, diplomacy has a structure, but we practice it differently in
Yes,
different ways, and
yes.
it's great
And
to
we
learn from
always
each other.
learn seeing how other people exercise this profession.
Yeah, wonderful. So, Your Excellency, I want us to go for a break, and when we come back, I want us to just look at some of the, the key things that we've done in culture, where Brazil and Ghana are concerned, and under your strong leadership, despite the fact that COVID came and threw all of us off, you've had many wins, and I'd like us to talk about the Tabom community and what you've done there as well. So let's go for a break. When we come back, we continue our conversation with Her Excellency. This is Diplomatic License. You're welcome back, and bom dia. That's how we say it in Portuguese. Yes. Good day to you. You're still watching Diplomatic License, and if you just joined us, I've been speaking to Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna. She is, of course, the ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. She's leaving us very soon, but she's still in our hearts, and we're just having a conversation about the things that she's done, the things that she's experienced while she's here, while she has been here. Ghana has been her home. Your Excellency, so we've spoken a little bit about the trade, and we've also talked about how COVID interrupted things for all of us, and I'm sure when you go back there'll be much more opportunity to maybe at least communicate with the embassy here in Accra. I'm sure you're leaving your notes and your reports behind, and
yes.
the team here, equally competent, will pick up and
yes.
will build that relationship. One thing I'm curious to know about, I know again COVID came and you weren't able to do as much with the Tabom community here in Ghana as you'd have liked to. And for those who don't know about the Taboms, they have Afro-Brazilian descendancy, came back to Ghana many years ago, many years ago, even before Ghana was born, Gold Coast time. If you go to Jamestown, there's a place called Brazil House, there's Brazil Lane, the Taboms are there. If you know the names like Morton, Peregrino, all these people are of Tabom lineage. They came in. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's. I know you'd have loved to do much more with the community because it's a direct link between.
Yes, and I do hope we can do more in the future. Anyway, many things are in open, like publishing the story of the Taboms in cartoons to children in Brazil.
That's a brilliant idea.
To be in contact with the ancestry, African ancestry and everything. Let's hope we can do it.
Yes, I'm sure. And I'm sure when you go back, you may have even a greater opportunity to engage
Yes,
people
yes, yes.
who are of, the Tabon
Certainly,
descendancy,
certainly.
who can come to Ghana as well, come and see where their ancestors
Yes.
settled when they came
Yes.
back, do more. Yeah, I'm very sure of that. Let's
For the moment, this opportunity I had to bring Olodum, which is worldly famous group of dance and music here, and to see, here in Kumasi, they went to Kumasi also, and see how they were happy to be here and how they were recognized by other people, in the streets, and how they recognized themselves in the streets. This was wonderful.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's just stay on this topic for a little bit. Many people may not have heard our very first conversation, and so maybe they will not understand why we're talking about Afro-Brazilians and lineage and heritage. Let's just talk about that very briefly. That linkage of not just skin color, but culture that
Yes.
exists between Brazil and Ghana and Africa
And I
in
think
general.
that skin color is what matters less
Yes.
in this story. We are profoundly linked to Africa, and some states in Brazil are even African states, in my opinion. They only speak Portuguese, but they are African states. Even Rio is like that, but Bahia in the northeast. And we have 54% of our population is of African descent.
54%?
Yes.
That's high.
I am of African descent.
Yeah.
Louisa is from African descent. All of us have a grandfather or a grandmother, or a great grandfather who came directly from Africa and from this coast,
Yeah. That's brilliant. And
I don't want to be like Marilyn Monroe.
No.
That's I have to do.
It's fine. But we see it in the way Brazilians dress. We see it in, we have similar earrings.
Yes.
We didn't even plan this, but our earrings are similar. Yes. It has to come from the heart, right? But when we think of Brazil, and a lot of people do, as some country that's very far away and that we don't have much in common with.
But it is, we have a lot in common, more than even Brazilians can figure out. But we have this big problem of direct connection from Ghana to Brazil and vice versa.
Yes.
I've been working with Africa for 15 years now. In all those years, I had meetings and discussions about establishing a direct connection. And as the things go, and then things that, I don't know. But now, and I don't want to speak so much but now there is a real possibility to have a direct flight.
I'm glad to hear
to Brazil from a Ghanaian.
I'm glad to, because we do have a big Brazilian community in Ghana as well. Yes.
Not so big.
Not so big?
No.
About how many roughly?
500.
500. Oh, that's small.
300 to 500.
That's small.
Very small.
That's small. But we do have Ghanaians who have studied in
we
Brazil.
Have a lot of Ghanaians in Brazil.
Yes.
Because they go to study, they decide to be there, they start importing their families. So no, there is a dynamic relation between you.
There is. Now, Your Excellency, you were in Ghana during the year of return. Did we have any Brazilians returning to Ghana?
No, we didn't have, and I must say that our diaspora, our African diaspora, it's getting more aware. It's getting awareness of its descent, So I expect that in years to come, we will have more. But I managed to bring here a priestess of our, traditional religion.
Yes.
She went to...
That's Kodomle.
Candomblé.
Yeah.
She went to
See, I remember.
Yeah, you remember. She went to speak in Cape Coast. It was a success, full of people there. So by Panafest, well, you know what happens between Brazil and Ghana? The same that happens Brazil and Nigeria. It's such a founded relationship that it's in the minds of people. So, and it's so close. You don't have to do too much.
Too much, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
differently from the United States of
Very
Europe,
true.
those diaspora, where the culture was not, the local culture has not absorbed.
That's very true.
You know,
That's very
in Brazil we absorbed the African culture, and even we recreated in a new environment. So this is beautiful, but in terms of a relationship can make it more difficult.
Yes, because you can easily forget that you actually have to.
Yes,
there's still work
you
to
have
do.
to work. There's still work to do. That's it.
Wonderful. So, Your Excellency, I see you have a beautiful garden here at the embassy, and since I know you love gardening, I know you love greenery. I mean, there's green in the Brazil flag. You love all things beautiful, all things nature. I would like it if we would wrap up this conversation downstairs in
with
the
pleasure.
garden.
With pleasure.
Yes, so we'll be right back. It's not a long break, very quick one. Diplomatic license. You're still here with me at Pyoko. And we're back. I told you it was going to be a very short break. We're here with Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna, the ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. And I know her portfolio is bigger than that, but we're talking about Ghana today. And when I bring her on camera, she can tell you the other jurisdictions that she's involved in. It's a huge portfolio, a lot of work. But she is leaving us, very sadly, leaving us here in Ghana. But her work, her legacy, and the love that she has developed for Ghana, and it's now she's an honorary Ghanaian. We just need to give her a passport, and that's the end. You know, that love will remain forever. And we're just talking about her experiences, the things that she's done here, even the things that she wished she could have do that almighty COVID didn't allow her to. But, you know, there's a strong team here that will pick up from where she left off, definitely. Your Excellency. So now let's talk about some of your most memorable experiences. You know, almost 5 years. There must be, I'm not even going to ask you to choose one. There must be several highlights.
Highlights. All the, highlights in Ghana, the nature.
The nature.
Wonderful. I was so pleased whenever I had to go to Kumasi, and along the road I could see those beautiful, wonderful, lush green trees. I loved it. And especially when we go to a Kosombo, this is wonderful. And what else? All my stays in Kumasi, my meeting with His Majesty the King, who is a very impressive person, and so all the culture that we could smell there. And then what else? All my meetings with high-ranking, majesties here, like the Gamanche.
I know he's a good friend of yours.
The Gamanche and your Manche. Yes. And what else? There are so many things. The day-to-day things I did here. Many encounters on the streets and the authorities. I have to make a special paragraph for the authorities because we had to do a very complicated operation of repatriation of our people
during COVID, the height of COVID.
And they were scattered around some countries. So we managed to bring a Brazilian plane here and to pick up people from all those countries, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Burkina Faso, and to put them in the plane, and they went to Brazil.
And they met here, so Ghana, the plane was here in Ghana.
And the cooperation of the Ghana authorities was, I will never forget it, because they were so open and so disposed to help us. Thank you very much, Ghanaian authorities.
Ghanaian authorities, thank you for making Ghana proud. The kind of hospitality and the spirit of assistance and help and generosity that I know Ghanaians stand for. Clearly, you represented us well in this situation. Yeah.
Another situation that was a highlight for me was when we finally handled the 2 respirators we donated to. We wanted, this was a very touching moment for us, because we, at the beginning, we wanted to donate more. Then Brazil was suddenly hit with the force by COVID. But anyway, I was moved because I thought it was a token of solidarity that we could give at least 2 respirators to Ghana. And what else? Everything you're asking me is so dear. The moments in the Ghanaian restaurants, that's for sure.
I know one thing that we have in common, Ghana and Brazil, is our love for food.
Yes.
And rich food. We respect food.
Food, yes, that's it. And as we were talking the other day, I admire those people, those skinny people that go to a cocktail and eat 1 olive, for instance. I would eat 40, you know. And you make a small plate of degustation, garifotor and this and that. I would make 10.
You need to eat and eat well.
Yes. So food, wonderful food. The moments, all the moments with His Excellency, the President of the Republic, which I think
I do realize that you formed a very good relationship with Ghana, even through him a stronger one. And I see that he is very fond of the work you are doing here in Ghana, that you've been doing. And that collaboration, I believe, is going to have ripple effects even after you
I
leave.
hope so. But we had many other moments of collaboration with other presidents, but President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is something special. This is a jewel of presidents in the African world. I don't know, maybe we say, I don't like because the prices are too high, or this or that or that. People are always complaining. We are like that in Brazil also. But he is a kind of such a dignified person that counts a lot for Africa. And what else were highlights?
That's encouraging to hear.
Yes.
Because like you're saying, when you're a citizen of a country, all the problems are all you see. And especially when you haven't maybe traveled much, or you haven't had a chance to live in other places for a long period of time, you may see all the negatives. So it's reassuring to hear from you, Your Excellency, that the man who is at our helm of affairs here in Ghana is dignified. That is a very strong testimonial. Thank you.
Very dignified political leader.
Thank you.
And we can think ahead of the day-to-day problems. We also have day-to-day problems in Brazil and wherever, in all the world. But to have such a dignified, as I said, person as the leader of a country, someone who can be so, good with ECOWAS and all other instances of actuation of Ghana is lucky. It's something lucky you have.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let's just backtrack a bit. You said you enjoyed a lot of your time in the Ghanaian restaurants. What kind of Ghanaian food have you discovered, and which ones are even reminiscent of home? Like when you eat them, I know
All
of
of
course
them
gari
are.
has to be one of them, because you've got the Brazilian farofa, as my Brazilian friends would say. Come and
All
eat
of them
Brazilian
remind
gari.
us. Yes. Bean stew that I adore. We have more or less feijoada is more or less the same
Okay.
thing. Then you have rices. Here are all wonderful, especially jollof rice. This is.
So you like Ghana jollof?
I like Ghana jollof. Don't talk me
No,
about.
don't worry. I won't put you on the
Yes.
spot. Liking Ghana jollof is enough.
Maybe Senegalese jollof is very
Well,
good also.
they are the mothers of jollof, so
Yes.
we won't compete
So-
with them.
Yes. You don't have to discuss with them because they were the
No,
creators.
we won't.
So, palava sauce. I love it. And what else? My God, all the sauces. I mean, palava sauce, okra sauce, which is very similar to something we have in Brazil and we call caruru.
Karuru.
Ah.
Interesting.
Which is different from the calulu the Angolans have.
Yes. And also
Karuru-
different from what the Jamaicans have as well.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Caruru is okra sauce. And so many, the way you,
I know you like
thousand
Hausa
ways.
cocoa as well.
Yes. Coco, I've met it for the first time some weeks ago, some months ago. And I said, this is wonderful.
Where has it been all your life?
Yes, it's very good. I'm sure we have something similar in Brazil,
Okay.
but we don't eat so much millet.
Okay.
So it has to be adapted, has been
Yes.
adapted to our crops.
Yes. Wonderful. Okay. So we're about to wrap up this conversation, Your Excellency. After 5 years, 5 years is someone's lifetime. You
Yes.
know, my son is almost 5, so it means that when you came to Ghana, and now I have a daughter too. So in the period you've been here, yes,
nice.
yes. But let's just, is there anything you want to say to the Brazilian community? Are there any words of solidarity, parting words that you want to leave with the Ghanaian people who have become your brothers and sisters, and me, your daughter? I'm sure there are other daughters and
Thank
sons
you.
too. Are there any words you want to leave for them?
For the Ghanaians.
For the Ghanaians and then for the Brazilians as well.
For the Ghanaians, I would say that for Africa as a whole, I think Africa is a miracle, considering what Africa suffered in the past. Always suffered. I get emotional when I say this.
I know.
So, and for the Ghanaians especially, to have managed to build this strong democracy and very living democracy is something you have to take your thoughts all the time to this achievement, and the rest will come because you deserve it.
Thank you.
And I hope you are more interested in Brazil, you know, because sometimes I think Ghanaians prefer, you can edit what you
Yes.
want, prefer to show how they know well Europe and the United States and everything. You should look to the other side of the Atlantic. As I said, I always like to say this. There is a very wonderful, historian and diplomat in Brazil called Ambassador Alberto da Costa Silva. He's 90 years old now. And he wrote a lot of books about Africa. Two of them are the history of Africa. And one is called, I wish I could translate it and see it, sold in Africa. It's called, how do you say, Rio? Rio is, Luisa, how do you say fiume in Italian? You got it in Rio. Yes.
River?
Oh, sorry. Sometimes
Don't worry. It's allowed.
a river called Atlantic,
A river called Atlantic.
because it's a river that separates now us. We could easily, shorten or make disappear this separation, wasn't it for some contingencies of global economy and history. But it's still time for us to do this. So Ghanaians, pay attention to Brazil, not only to come here and ask for visas, please, but also to what we are. You would try to read about Brazil. Anytime I receive those huge delegations from the north, I don't know, for anywhere in Ghana, and they want visas for, I don't know, 1,000 people. No, I'm exaggerating. And I ask them, do you have any idea what Brazil is?
Exactly.
And in general, they don't know everything about Brazil. They only have this very, far idea of São Paulo as a big city. Yes, it's an enormous city. But Brazil, I said, you have to study first. Then you come here and you tell me where you want to go in Brazil.
Because there must be a reason why you want to go.
First, you come and you explain why, what you're going to do there. We are going in a cultural excursion. I said, to where? Please, take your time, because it was very useful for me about Africa in the country. Take the time to take a good or book or internet, everybody goes there. You put Brazil, and then you read about the history of Brazil.
So some free advice, ladies and gentlemen, Ghanaians, fellow Ghanaians. The outgoing ambassador of Brazil to Ghana is saying, don't just come and ask for visas.
No.
Understand Brazil, the country that you want to go to. Don't just come and say, I'm going to do a cultural exchange.
No.
What are you going to learn culturally? Understand the culture, the culture of the country you want to go to is very important.
I won't say anything more, because she was perfect.
Thank you. And then finally, to the Brazilians living in Ghana and indeed all over the world, even back home, what do you want them to know about what you've discovered in Ghana, and what's your parting message as you leave these offices that represent Brazil, your country here in Ghana?
Yes, my fellow Brazilians.
Fellow Brazilians.
Fellow Brazilians, please read about Africa a lot. Read about Ghana, read about West Africa especially, because this is our cradle, So you have to know about your ancestry, about your cradle. That's it.
Wonderful. Short and sweet.
I am.
Yes, you're teary, Your Excellency. It's been a pleasure having you here. I am so glad and honored that we are doing this exits interview. It's more of a conversation than an interview.
Yes. Please add it in.
Yes.
Some things that I said.
Thank you so much. It's been beautiful. You brought a lot of color to Brazilian-Ghanaian relations. As we said, unfortunately, the pandemic, but even during the pandemic, we still felt your presence. And yes, you wanted to donate much more apart from the 2 respirators during COVID, but they did a lot for the health sector. I know they did a lot, and even just the thought and your presence of mind to ask questions, to be present, to find out what Ghanaians needed. Even when your own country was even dealing with a more serious COVID situation, that is generosity. That is, for me, it's representative of the
solidarity.
Beautiful heart. Yes.
A token of solidarity, trying to make a small token of, give a small token of solidarity to family.
To family. To family.
To family.
I love it. To family. Congratulations, Your Excellency. And I'm sure we'll be in touch. And young diplomats.
Yes, you are.
Yes, young diplomats. Go to Brazil. You just might have, if you want to, learn something about diplomacy, Her Excellency just might be your lecturer if you decide to go and study some diplomacy in Brazil. She just might be your lecturer. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it's not over. We need to celebrate this woman who has been at the helm of affairs here of the diplomatic mission, the Brazilian embassy. We need to celebrate her. So we're going to meet some of her colleagues here at the Embassy of Brazil in Accra, Ghana. But later on, we'll also be doing a cocktail at home, and we'll get to see some Brazilian food too. We need to show you that, just experience Brazilian culture one last time with Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna before we move on to other things and meet her successor as well, and all the other beautiful people who will be running things when she goes back home to Brazil. We'll be right back.
She's away, and no sunshine when she's gone, when she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, and no sunshine, baby, and no sunshine, baby, and no sunshine, baby, and no sunshine, no, no. 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 And no sunshine, no, no.
Like we're talking about different profiles.
Sunshine. And the sunshine. You are my sunshine.
Especially applied to you because we are
You're my
very
sunshine.
but in
You're my
an
sunshine.
inspirational way.
Sunshine, in the sunshine, in the sunshine when she's gone, when she's always gone too long. She goes away, in the sunshine when she's gone, when she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away.
Welcome back. So we're about to just experience some of the Brazilian, what these are, savory finger foods.
Yes, could be called like that.
Yeah.
Salgadinhos.
Salgadinhos.
We serve it before some dinner or lunch or anything. As
The
a
appetizer.
Cocktail thing.
Okay.
And also in children's birthdays. You have this kibbeh.
Okay.
It's our interpretation of the Arab kibbeh.
Okay.
And it's a kind of homage to our big Lebanese community in Brazil, huge, really huge. This is coxinha, because remember of it's filled of chicken meat, and should be like the drumsticks.
The drumsticks. Okay.
And this is our pastel.
Pastel.
And here you have.
So what's in the pastel? Is it cheese?
No, pastel has cheese and has a bit of bacon.
Okay.
Here you have two kinds of caldinho, as you say. That means light soup. Beans, like soup, that you can eat with the bacon. You can put bacon, and the manioc-like soup. You can put
the shrimps. Okay, so manioc, that's cassava. Cassava.
And these are the sweets typical. We have many sweets because you know that Brazil developed from a very important sugar sugarcane cultivation. It was our first intensive agricultural effort in Brazil, many centuries ago. But so we have a lot of those things. But the easiest and the ones who everybody likes are those who are called Brigadeiro. I told you the story. You
Yes,
are going
you
to
did.
repeat to them.
I will.
Okay.
So Her Excellency
enjoy
has to.
yourselves.
Her Excellency has to go and say goodbye to her guests. Of course, this gathering this evening here is in her honor, and it's happening at the Casa Amarela, Yellow House. Now, if you've ever watched the episode that I did with Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna, Ambassador of Brazil to Ghana, you would realize that this is what she nicknamed or dubbed her mother's room. So she had her mother's paintings in here. It's very empty. It feels very emotional, very nostalgic. But let me just tell you the story about the sweets that Her Excellency is talking about. Okay, so the story, and I hope I do it justice, the story is that many centuries ago there was a very important brigadier, so a general, who was going to Sao Paulo, and when he got there, the ladies who were going to receive him realized that they didn't have anything to serve him. They weren't expecting him. So all they had was cocoa powder, I believe, and milk. Yes, cocoa powder and milk. So what they did was they created these sweets and they named it Brigadeiros in honor of the brigadier. I hope I did the story justice. Yeah, okay, so what you don't know is that Louisa is here. She's giving me fans. I'm feeling myself. So now it's time to taste everything. I think I'll taste the sweets last. Kibi. Love it. I'm getting some direction here. That's good. Very good. Okay. And this is the bean light soup with some bacon on top. So I take the spoon. Brazilian Gary. Farofa with meat. So, I mean, look, just look at that. This one there, Ghanaians know it, and Nigerians too. Okay. And now it's time for the sweet. And if you know me, you know I'm a sweet tooth. So everything is tasty, everything is perfect. I'll eat it without sharing it with you. But, gotta love my sweets. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It has some pretty sprinkles on it, and there's chocolate in there. Okay. Love it. Love it. All right, it's time to get back to the party. Let's go outside, still enjoy some of the music, talk to great people, and bid our dear ambassador of Brazil to Ghana goodbye. We'll be right back.
To hold you oh so tight, baby. you turn me on. Oh, baby, I like to run my fingers through your hair. So come on and stay with me all night. I wanna rock with you, baby, all night long.
And my personal trainer, and my manicure, everybody who was here, my new friends like Francis Wood, all of them here are in the bottom of my heart. So enchanted that I want to dedicate a song for you. It's a Ghanaian song from a very good singer, and I love that song. Okay, and it expresses more or less what goes into my heart. Please.
Now, what a wonderful time you've had just spending some time with Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna. Of course, she's the, I can say now, outgoing Brazilian ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. This is where we started the show. This is where we first met her. I mean, everything it looks so empty.
Yes.
I can imagine how you feel. Even I feel sad.
Even the cat is sad.
Yeah. But thank you for your service, Your Excellency.
My dear, thank you
Thank
very
you
much
for your friendship.
for everything.
Thank you for all the hard work that you've done here. And thank you for the legacy that you're leaving behind. And I do hope that wherever you go, whatever you're doing, the heavens shine upon you and you will be the shining star that we know you to be. Yeah.
It's not a small thing you're saying to me. It's a very big one. Thank you very much for all
very
these
welcome.
wonderful wishes you made upon me.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
And I have a gift for you. We have a gift for you. I know how much you like fashion and jewelry. And so we called one of our friends, Koliko, to have this bead set made for you. So that's the necklace. That's the necklace. These are the bracelets. Two of them. And then your earrings. This is a whole set.
They are simply wonderful, and I'm going to put it right now.
Oh, it's perfect. Like a queen mother.
That's what I was going to say.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
I am the new queen mother of the airport residential area, you know?
So thank you to our friend Koliko. When we told her it was for you, she made it especially, and she said she wasn't going to charge us because she admires you from afar.
Oh, tell her
Yes.
that she's an artist.
And she makes this from recycled glass. Yes, recycled glass beads, recycled metal, and she's doing fabulous things in the fashion industry in Ghana. And we thought taking a piece of Ghana with you would be best presented in jewelry. Yeah, Koliko. Yes, yes. Excellency, thank you.
Let's finish it with a note of affection. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Lots of success of public and everybody recognizing the beautiful work you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, the very first episode of Diplomatic License happened here. And even though Her Excellency is leaving Ghana, I know that I will be in touch. She will blow our minds wherever she is. I know that. And we'll definitely bring all those stories to you. This has been Diplomatic License on City TV.
I have to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you notice that she's in green
Yes.
and yellow? Aha!
Earrings.
You you.
I'll see you next week. My name is Apioko.